All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Happy Hour. What's up, Mike?
Derek, I've been noticing.
Oh, we're coming out hot today already.
Yeah, so I've been noticing that at the start of every episode, I always hesitate after the intro.
Yeah.
And then I say, Derek, and then something generic. So I caught myself doing it, stopped completely, and doing a total 90 degrees in the opposite direction so we can figure out something new.
When I test the mics, when I hook them up for the day, I'll go to mine and I'll be like, all right, what's up, everybody? And then I'll go to your mic and I'll go, Derek? And like try to mimic you just so we got consistency here.
Good Lord. You should film that once just so I can
Oh
watch.
my God, it would be awesome. But, oh, geez. that has to be our earliest. We're like 2 minutes in. Not even. All right, cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Wouldn't even get to talk about it yet. Mike, you want to talk about what we got here?
Yeah, I'm still chuckling at the fact that we were just on for 15 seconds
Yeah, beep.
and we're forced to drink, probably because it's the first day back to work after a holiday break.
Absolutely.
So we have 3 Chord Bourbons, amplified rye. So they are not a traditional distillery. Mm-hmm. As you can tell, I'm off to a great start with speaking. So thank God I started a podcast with you. And they take their products from other locations, bring it in, and then blend it and make their own products.
Right.
So they have 3 staples. This is one of the staples. And it is 95 proof, so it's definitely a higher proof from the typical that we're used to, which is around mid-80s. Mm-hmm. But it's really good. And it is a 95.5, so it's 95% rye, 5% malted barley. And I like it. It's a really, really nice finish and overall tasting whiskey that you could sip on after a day of work.
Yeah.
So it's honestly really ideal for the season that we're currently going through and our current workload. It's nice.
So we did an interview with the guy also, Tony DeYoung from 3 Chord. He was kind enough to bring us down to his corporate office here in Clarence because, like Mike was saying, this isn't a distillery, so we didn't go to their distillery. Yep. We went to their corporate offices in Clarence. They gave us awesome polos. These polos are the most comfortable polo I've ever been in. I love this.
They are nice.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
And they hug the bicep too, so it makes it look like I work out. Yeah, so just like popping, bro.
That's it.
And then we got the hats too, which I have mine, and then you gave yours to our buddy Brandon.
Yes.
And so he's a great guy. Very happy that we were able to sit down and talk with him. If you haven't listened to that interview, it released Friday, so go back and check that out. He really gets into why they're called 3 Chord, the history of the company, who the founder is, which we can talk about too. I wrote some of that stuff down, but I really wanted to give credence to him to talk about his company rather than us talk about it. So, again, if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to Friday's release with him. It was great.
Yeah, because he obviously does a much better job speaking on it than we do.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
Sitting here talking, it's 95% rye, and he's, no.
Yeah, you guys are not even close.
Yeah.
So
They have 3 products, though. They have a blended bourbon. They have this Amplify Rye, and they have a 12-year aged bourbon too. So they have those 3 products. They're going to be releasing new stuff in come 2020, so there'll probably be more collaboration with us and him. This 3 Chord bourbon started by this guy. His name's Neil Giraldo, and he's like a famous singer-songwriter.
Yeah, he's kind of famous.
Yeah,
it's not
kind
like
of. It's
he's,
whatever. I mean, he only has 45 million records and produced basically 5 Grammys, so it's whatever. I mean, he's a no big deal. But he performed, written, and produced for Rick Derringer, Pat Benatar, John Waite, Rick Springfield, Kenny Loggins, and more.
Yeah.
So the dude's been all around, and it's awesome to see these 2 industries combined. We're seeing that quite a bit.
Absolutely. It's pretty interesting, though, because this guy clearly, like you stated, is not that famous. But, of course, he can figure out...
He might be more famous.
Yeah.
You got noticed, sidetrack, you got noticed at a concert the other day.
That
was sick.
Yeah, I did.
Buffalo Happy Hour coming in hot.
Yeah, that was on our story. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, you probably should, because there's random things happening all around Buffalo now. So that's kind of cool. So anyways, this guy, like you stated, he's extremely into all of his projects that he has going on with music. He helped other artists get to the level that they're at, but then he also has a firsthand application and I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but he's all in on 3 Chord Bourbon.
Right.
So Tony was discussing in the interview that I'm pretty sure it was in the interview, he basically makes the final check before it is finalized, whatever it is. If it's the logo, the backstory, the product itself, and he does a really cool job with staying in it. So that's a really nice twist to throw into the mix when we take a look at the rating for this product.
Yeah, sometimes you see these famous people kind of take a back seat and not really care what the ending product is as long as they're technically endorsing it.
Right.
But it's cool to see this guy especially really take the reins and say, this isn't going out unless I try it. Mm-hmm. So it's really sweet. And we're really excited to try this and the other one too, which you'll be seeing probably in the near future.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff, man.
Absolutely.
So we'll rate this a little bit later, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll rate it at the end. But for people listening, I just wanted to touch on a few things for this whiskey. We kind of dove into it during the interview with Tony, but I just wanted to touch on the taste, just to bring in what we're supposed to be experiencing with the whiskey, and then giving the viewers something to look for if they are either going to purchase this as a gift or have it for themselves.
Because the holiday season's coming up.
Holiday season is coming up.
Bourbon makes a great gift.
Sure does.
For dads, stepdads, father-in-laws, boyfriends, anyone, really.
All the things.
All of them.
So, or the female that's trying to keep up with her husband that also drinks whiskey.
That's a good point.
They exist. Or the wife trying to keep up with their wife.
Or patrons trying to support us.
Or patrons trying to support us. Or husbands trying to keep up with husbands.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
You name it.
You got to keep going.
So, the taste is a deep citrus with black pepper. It's spicy, but also a smooth finish. The aroma is obviously rye and black cherry. So it is a really nice, well-blended whiskey that is for someone that appreciates whiskey, but at the same time, it's not going to be overbearing.
Right.
And then Tony is the one that also introduced us to the term hug. So this is a nice hug to it. I wouldn't say it's an overbearing hug by any means, but it's a nice product.
The hug is really how it feels going down, like where it's finishing and where it sits. Yeah.
In your throat.
And really, we haven't heard that term before. I mean, we've heard it, but we haven't heard it in his context before going to that interview. So it was really cool to get that perspective. And that's the whole point of this podcast, is to keep getting people, different industry leaders, what they feel their whiskey does. Mm-hmm. And if he thinks that it hugs down here and you feel that too, it's spot on, man. He was right on with every single one of those.
Yeah. He has a lot of experience too. He's been in the industry for almost ever.
Yeah.
I was what, 3-4 years old when he first got into it.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because I'm almost 30. But anyways, you want to touch on the segment for this episode, which is the 5 interesting
laws? Let's do it. So what I want to do here is, since there's no whiskey, or I couldn't find any whiskey specific laws, I'm going to read you some alcohol specific laws that exist around the country, and I want your reaction to them because they're pretty funny.
Okay.
I got this from Thrillist.com. Thrillist.com. The Thrillist of the Thrill.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. They could be, though, if they wanted to.
Yeah.
All right, so Oklahoma.
All right.
If your beer is more than 4% alcohol, it has to be served at room temperature.
That can't be enforced.
I mean, these are laws. It's not like...
There's discretion.
There's really no, like, actual enforcement details on this, but that's a law in Oklahoma, is that if your beer is more than 4% alcohol, it has to be sold at room temperature.
Sold?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it is. Okay, all right.
Like you can sell it at room temperature and then go home, put it in your fridge, and then drink it.
Yeah, I was going to say, who the hell is going to drink warm beer?
Like someone's looking through your window like, I see those cans are blue. Those are cold cans.
Yeah, like the beer DEC officers that just walk around.
Sir, do you have... Oh, jeez, Cleo's going to bark. Sir, is that cold beer? Yeah, that would be like nearly impossible to force. But yeah, so it has to be sold at room temperature.
Interesting.
What's your favorite beer? And do you like drinking it ice cold like I drink my water, or do you like drinking it a little bit less cold?
No, I like cold beer. And I like my chicken wings cold as well when they're left over. I don't put my chicken wings in the microwave.
No, you can't do that because it ruins everything about the chicken.
I'm not a terrorist. So
there goes all those listeners.
I know. Minus 4 subscribers.
Yep.
So for my favorite beer, this is a hell of a question, man.
Side note, when I did some research on this, I heard that partially with the whiskey research that I've done is your tongue isn't programmed to taste extreme temperatures, whether that's hot temperatures or cold temperatures. And for premium beers, you're supposed to drink them near room temperature because that's where all the flavors come out.
Okay.
So the worst tasting beers advertise them being the coldest, like Coors Light. Coors Light is not a very good beer, in my opinion.
I agree with you.
And they advertise our beer is as cold as the Rockies. Look at this Blue Mountain here. This shows that our beer is cold. But it tastes terrible. But that's how they can mask the taste, is by making it as cold as possible.
Interesting.
Yeah. Knowledge, bro. Knowledge.
Knowledge is power. So, because I switched from beer to whiskey, and now I'm getting called a whiskey snob.
Are you really?
Yeah.
No.
I am.
That's true. I've been too.
But it's more because of the housewife, the BHH housewife.
She's calling you a whiskey snob? Okay. So at least it's not some rando on the street.
Correct.
Or someone you meet at a concert.
Yeah, exactly. So the beer for me, my go-to used to be Labatt Blue. That's what I grew up drinking. And then that's just what was always in the house because my dad drank it. And then I kind of made beer like a treat, like a delicacy.
Oh, okay.
So like when I was a kid, you couldn't have like Pepsi. Pepsi would be a treat, or just pop in general. But so when I treated beer as a treat, my favorite became Sam Adams Cherry Wheat.
Oh, okay.
And I love it. I also like Corona.
So flavored beers, you're more apt for the flavored.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mine, I have this thought in my head that green bottled beers taste better. Green lives matter, as some would say. So they, like Yingling, Stella Artois, Peroni is a Italian beer. All those I feel like taste better than brown bottled beers.
Stella's good, I give it that.
It has to deal with, like, there's actually science behind it in the way that the light is refracting through the lighter bottle rather than the darker bottle. Mm-hmm. And it's making it more of a skunky taste, I guess people describe it as. Because Stella, Peroni, I forgot, Bach, I think, is green bottle too. Those have a stronger, like, skunky taste. Skunky has such a bad connotation to it, but it has that type of flavor to it. But that's my favorite. I love green bottle beers. Yingling's my all-time favorite. I will crack open a bottle of Yingling any day.
Yingling is good. Stella's also good. Those are for me top tier beers.
So if you go out and you get Stella, do you like it when they give you in that huge chalice, or do you like it like a little more low key? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm all about the chalice.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sometimes like indifferent to it.
Really?
Like I don't want to be like, yo, look at me, I got this chalice here. Like I'm pretty special.
Right.
Like I would rather have a low key drink. But then sometimes I like the chalice.
Do you aerate your beer so you don't bloat?
No, come on.
Okay. I gotcha.
I'll aerate the wine, but not the beer.
Right. Yeah. I started aerating my beer when I was in Germany for an Army course.
Really?
Yeah. My buddy taught me how to do it.
How do you do it? You swirl it?
Yeah, you basically just stir it.
Oh, okay.
Or, here's the story. So we went to Germany for a course, and it was like a week, was it like a week and a half, 2-week course. And at the end of class, we'd all go back to our respective hotel, which is like this family-owned Germany family-ran hotel. It was their home that they converted into a hotel.
Oh, okay.
It's a farm. And inside of their property, they had a brewery.
Oh,
so
sweet.
You would give them currency, and then they'd give you like this huge glass of beer. And my buddy would sit there and just stir it. And he's in phenomenal shape as a firefighter. He runs all the time. He's like big in the community for running throughout New York City. And he always has abs. And I'm like, dude, how do you keep abs if you drink beer? And he goes, because I aerate it. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I aerate it because all the bubbles is actually what produces the bloat in your stomach. And I said, okay. He goes, so typically what I do is I stir it if it's tap or if somebody pours it for me. But sometimes I'll ask, can I have a glass and a bottle? So if I do that, then I literally pour straight vertical instead of tilting the glass and the bottle. He'll just he'll keep the glass on the table and pour it vertical, and then that way it'll just be all foam, and then when all of that foam goes away, he drinks.
That's what's left.
Yeah. And then he drinks when all the foam is gone, and it's aerated.
Interesting.
So I started doing that. My buddy goes, what is that pour? What are you pouring like Hillary Clinton? I'm like, oh my God. So it was just like a week-long joke because I kept ruining beers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was right. But I felt great. I didn't bloat, and it worked.
Interesting. I'll have to try that next time.
Yeah.
Have you tried the chocolate beers?
Yeah, I have.
What are your thoughts on those?
I mean, dude, I love chocolate.
Yeah,
and
I mean, we talked about it with
bad.
the Screwball episode when we did that. Those are the beer that you can have one of, and then that's it. Because you'll get so sick because they're so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, those are good. I remember having a couple of those, and then I didn't feel very well after. But anyway, so next weird alcohol fact. This one's coming from Texas.
Okay.
You are only allowed to drink 3 sips of beer while standing. The rest, it must be drank sitting down.
Yeah. 1,000% not enforced.
None of these are going to be enforced,
Yeah,
dude.
it's Texas, man.
Yeah, it's no way that these can be enforced. But it's interesting that these are, I mean, I don't know how accurate these are. These could be like Wikipedia facts someone just put out there. Like, oh, someone will believe this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Texas.
Okay.
Have you ever shotgunned a beer? Like,
Yes.
Are you a big shotgunner?
No.
No.
I'm not, but I've done it.
What do you normally poke the can with?
A key
Do you?
that's in my pocket. Yeah. Why do you have a special tool?
No. Like a shotgunning tool?
Yeah.
That you just shoot it with a shotgun and then you drink it? It's shotgunning, kid.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to my can.
God damn, all the beer went away. Yeah, no, I don't have a special tool for it. But I like did it a couple times and it was fun to do, I guess, but I'd rather drink my beer slow instead of, oh, I feel sick now.
I know. I could only imagine kids in high school and college now in like shop class that are making specific tools out of wood.
Yeah, I bet that
shotgun
happens.
beers.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they have those knives now that have the thing that no, they have the knives that are pocket knives. Jesus, I couldn't say pocket knives.
Oh, okay.
That you can break glass with,
Yeah,
the end
punchers.
of it. Yeah, you could probably use that for your beer.
Well, of
instead
course
of a
you could,
key.
but
then you can also use the knife. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, this is off the rails already. All right, so the next weird fact is Massachusetts. There's no happy hours with alcohol in Massachusetts.
that makes sense. That state's miserable.
Well, the state's economy would lose about $1,309,788 per hour because of
about?
discounted beer. Yeah. Yeah. Can I be more specific?
What is
And
happening?
48 cents. But yeah, the state would lose that much money per hour because of all the alcoholics that live in Massachusetts. If you discount the beer, you'd lose a ton. It's not like happy hours are going to get people into the bars to drink. People are already in the bars drinking.
I know that's true.
Yeah.
Freaking Patriot
The next one
fans.
here, this is a good one. Yeah, I know. Screw the Patriots. The next one here is from Alaska. This one's a good one. It is illegal to give moose a beer.
Somebody
Moose is a
must have
beer.
done it.
Yeah, well, these laws are in place for some reason, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Someone must have done it.
Yeah.
But it's illegal specifically to give a moose a beer.
There's a lot of dry counties in Alaska, too.
Yeah. Surprisingly, there's a lot of dry counties in Kentucky, which you wouldn't have thought because that's the
Right.
bourbon capital of the world.
Right, yeah, they don't care.
But there's a ton of dry counties in Kentucky. I'm surprised at how many dry counties there actually are. Places that you're still... So a dry county, for everyone listening, is a county that's not allowed to sell alcohol. It's still forbidden.
yeah.
It's against the law.
There's also, there's like Quaker states, like Pennsylvania. So they have all different laws pertaining to alcohol and how they do things down there, too.
Really?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, then the final one here is from South Carolina / Kentucky in both these states.
All right.
It's illegal to drink on Election Day. These are weird, dude.
All election days?
Yep.
Wow. Because, there's like different,
Yeah, like town.
Right.
Yeah, federal, state. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, those are the weird whiskey laws that we researched for today's episode. Those are pretty
that.
funny, man. My
those are good
favorite
ones.
is the you can't give a moose a beer. It could be a deer doe, but it could be can't give a moose a beer.
It's just, like you can't whale hunt in Tennessee. It's like the same thing. It's like, well, you're
Can't
landlocked.
whale hunt in Tennessee.
Yeah, it's a law in Tennessee. You can't whale hunt.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go in my backyard and whale hunt.
I mean, you're
The state's
landlocked.
landlocked.
Yeah, but
So where are you gonna whale hunt?
I don't know, man, because whale season's in October, right, boys? so
Oh my god.
that's it.
Oh my god. This is all right. This is the end of the Buffalo app.
I love it. We also have to give a shout out to Tony because he hooked us up with these 3 Chord Bourbon rock
Yeah, these
glasses.
sick glasses. Yeah.
So they start square and end circle.
Damn right.
So that's like some 3D printing marvel. And then the bottom is like legit just straight, super thick glass.
And it
These
has
are
the
awesome.
logo etched on it, which is sick. Perfectly tuned taste, bourbon.
Yeah, well, the water coming out of these are mint right now.
Hell yeah, dude. It's cold as the Rockies, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
Just straight Coors Light.
So should we do cocktail and then Bills?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things we have to talk about with the Bills.
Dude, we got a ton to talk about.
There's like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Because we didn't talk about Denver and we didn't talk about
The
Dallas.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's jump into cocktails.
All right. Derek, drop the beat for the cocktail section.
Cocktails.
So my cocktail is Liverpool Smash.
Nice.
So
Liverpool Smash.
Liverpool Smash consists of 3 Chord Bourbon, a White Claw natural lime,
Ooh.
and a wedge
Throwing no laws with the claws, dude.
No laws.
Exactly relevant to what we just talked about.
And honestly, that was not planned.
No, it was not.
So
You didn't even know I was doing that segment.
no, and then you're gonna finish with a wedge of lemon.
Oh, so lime and lemon?
Yeah, so you're getting 3 Chord Bourbon, White Claw to eliminate all laws. That's natural lime flavor, and then a wedge of lemon. You're gonna
Nice.
put that potentially with some ice, maybe not, and then have at it.
Yeah.
You know, tickle your own fancy.
That's sick.
Oh yeah.
So, again, going back to the history of this company, Neil Giraldo, I'm pretty sure. Neil Giraldo, he's a G. So you know what his cocktail is? Just give me the 12-bar reserve, neat. It's not even a cocktail. He's just like, give it to me straight, man. I want it. I love that.
Yeah.
But my cocktail is the Motown Mule.
The Motown Mule.
Do you like mules?
Yeah, I do.
Mules are so good. They're dangerous too. So it's 1 part 3 Chord Bourbon, 3 parts ginger beer, 3 Michigan tart cherries, and then you slap the mint again, and then you put it right in there, and then that's your mule.
Wow.
Yeah. So you're using the 3 Chord Bourbon instead of vodka, because normally mules are made with vodka.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, really interesting. Neil's a G. He's just like, I want it straight. Don't give me any speed bumps or anything.
Nothing.
We got to
Just
meet
neat.
him. We got to have him on the podcast one of these days.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to travel to him.
Right.
Worth it.
After the holidays. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was busy.
Yeah.
Busy with a lot of relaxation. So, AKA not busy at all.
Good.
I had
Perfect.
my future mother-in-law stay at the house all weekend. We hosted. And
Nice.
she came in from out of town. So, she's a huge Disney fan. Once again, just trying to throw it in your face. Yeah.
Fan.
So,
Plus. My sister's like, I signed us up for Disney Plus. I'm like, you can go away now.
obviously she listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
So she's a, like I said, a huge Disney fan. And then I got corrected within the first hour for being at the house. In the first episode, I stated that Colleen and her family went to Disney every year. Correction, it was every 3 years.
Oh.
So
Shunned, man.
I mean, you know, either
Wedding's
way.
off.
Yeah, the wedding's off. Either way, it's still more than I've ever went in my life.
Right.
So there's that. Doesn't change anything I said.
Well, she listens to the podcast, so that's sick.
Yeah, she does. She does.
So we're
support
at
us.
5 subscribers now, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Doing good. So, because clearly we lost 54 of them as soon as we
probably.
started this
That's
episode.
fine.
But yeah, so she came, we hung out, we made our own Thanksgiving dinner, relaxed with Sam, and then celebrated the last of his second year of life. He turns 3 tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
So we're prepping for his birthday
Damn,
tomorrow.
3 already?
Yeah. I'm
What
stoked.
are you doing like the basic white girl stuff where you're gonna get him a cupcake and all that?
So Colleen got him a toy.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we actually decided that we're going to give him that on Christmas.
Oh, cool.
And then I got him a huge jumbo bone. It's huge.
I saw that.
It's huge. So
What
I
is
got
it,
him
like
that.
2 feet? It looked big in that picture.
I got to measure it, but yeah, it's
Probably gotta be
obnoxious.
something like that, right?
Yeah. So he'll just spend hours cleaning it, and then I don't think he'll try to break it in half or anything, but he'll just work all the ends and clean it up. So I got him that, and then she typically throws like peanut butter in his Kong or tries to make him like treats.
Yeah.
That's dog friendly. So we're excited. Celebrate our little boy's
There you go.
third birthday.
Third birthday already. Cleo just turned 4
It's crazy,
a
man.
couple weeks ago. Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. My Thanksgiving was pretty good. My mom and my sister and I went to Baltimore. My mom's part of the study.
Yeah.
And we went to Baltimore, and craziest thing, dude, not 100% fan of Baltimore. Sorry for everybody that lives there. Weird city.
Their harbor's really nice, though, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Okay.
So that is one thing that they do 100% right. I went
Yeah.
down there for my job, and I was down by the harbor every night, like reading. I don't ever read, but for some reason, right in front of that water, the harbor area was just mint.
Yeah.
I loved it. But we went down there, and we're driving to the study, and I look to my left, and there's cop cars everywhere, like blocking off the street. And I look further, and there's a car flipped over, which is terrible. Like, obviously, wish everyone the best of health. Hopefully, everything's good there.
Right.
But they were looking for somebody. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I drove up a couple blocks, and there was this woman just in shambles, no shoes. She was just walking across the street. I'm like, what are you doing? Does that have any relation to this car crash? What is this woman doing? She was in bare feet. I don't know if she was homeless or if she was part of this car wreck.
Right.
I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. She didn't look homeless. She looked fine. But, dude, it was strange. And then I dropped them off to get Starbucks. My mom and my sister. Drove down the street. Not a good area.
Yeah, there's a lot of crime in Baltimore.
There's a lot of crime in Baltimore.
A lot of crime.
Yeah. And when I drove down that street, I was, like, scared.
Right. Did you take your car down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not the best idea.
Right.
But, I mean, the other thing to that is we either take my car, which gets decent gas mileage, or my sister's Jeep. So we took my car.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to drive more than 60 miles at a time.
Right, yeah. And I get down in record time, you know. Like, it says 8 hours to get down there, and I'm in there like 4.5. And I'm like, all right, sweet. What do we do now for the next 4 hours? You know about that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's a pretty interesting time driving with you.
Yeah, crazy stuff. But yeah, Thanksgiving was good. We had like 4 dinners, or 5 dinners. 5 dinners we had.
All with different.
Yeah, we had like a Friendsgiving.
Okay.
And then Thanksgiving Day, Gina's family does 2 different Thanksgivings. So they have one Thanksgiving at like 1 o'clock that is all Italian food. So penne, meatballs, sausage, short rib, all this stuff, like an Italian side. And then they wait half hour, and then they bring out the turkey and everything, with stuffing, mashed potatoes, and all that. So you just get destroyed. And then we left, and we went to my dad's house for his third meal that day. And we just had Thanksgiving the other day at my mom's. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Like, if you had to name one, don't say all of it, just one.
I'm still trying to process the amount of food that is in front of you on your Thanksgiving.
Do you know if there's people out there that don't like their food touching?
Yeah, there's a ton of people like that.
Why? It's all going to the same place.
They don't think about that.
So what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I actually have a favorite dish that most people hate, and it makes my soul warm. Then on the outlier, I love it.
Rebel. What is it?
Green bean casserole.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we actually made a healthy version of it this year. There was no
My favorite part of the Thanksgiving is the healthy part.
Well, no. So Colleen goes, fine.
I like the water.
Yeah. She's. You're terrible. So she goes, we're hosting. I'll honor it. Like, whatever. I'll make you the dish, but I'm going to do it my way. I was
you guys hosted?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was like, all right, do it. So she made everything fresh with nothing out of a can. And it was great. There was no like cream of mushroom soup. Cool. Like, it was just fresh mushroom that she sliced up and then threw it in. It was really, really good. So that's my favorite. What's yours?
Green bean are very underrated vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
They're very versatile.
Oh, yeah.
If you're gnawing on them raw, you're probably not going to like them if that's your first time having them. But if you mix them with some olive oil and some slivered onions or something, they're a very good dish.
I can eat them in any way. I love snap peas, straight peas, green beans. It's my jam. Yeah. I give 2 for me, 1 for Sam.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Healthy dog.
Dude. Oh, yeah.
What do you think my favorite part is? Think of who I am and just guess.
Any type of pasta. Because that's apparently your thing, is your first Italian.
I love
outside of that,
pasta. Yeah, outside of that, like your traditional Thanksgiving meal. What do you think my favorite would be?
Stuffing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding? My stepsister made it with sausage in that. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy the whole thing. Are you kidding? My mom gave me a whole like platter of leftovers, and I'm like, that's gonna be gone by tomorrow for sure. It's awesome. And then my mom also makes. Actually, my sister made a lot of it this year. She made like the cheesy potatoes with bacon and stuff. Dude, it's my jam. Anything that's unhealthy, give it to me right now. I'm good.
I love it.
I was almost going to order a pizza on the way home. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but stuffing and mashed potatoes are my favorite for sure.
That's good.
It's good times.
Yeah. That makes me happy.
And now it's already December.
It is. It is already December.
Did you get to watch the game on Thanksgiving?
The Bills? Yeah.
Did you dedicate time for it? It's tough watching games at 4. We're so used to being terrible and watching our games at 1 with every other football game.
That's true. And we weren't used to being primetime ever. No. However, it was the most watched game in 27 years, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, but the So Colleen cooked. That's her role. Like, she's all in. She loves cooking, and I give it to her. I'm like, whatever, have at it. I'll clean. So she missed some of the planning, and we ended up eating later than we wanted. So the food was ready at 4:30.
Oh, wow.
So I had to record the first 10, 15 minutes of the game, and then we ate, we relaxed for half an hour, and then came back and watched what I had recorded, and then we caught up with real time, and then switched back over to the game, and then finished it. So, but yeah, I did watch the game. I was very happy, and it was a pleasant experience.
That first drive was scary for Dallas. As soon as they came out and literally marched right down the field with zero blocking, I was like, this is it. That we're going to get embarrassed on national television.
Yeah.
I was listening to our episode that just released today on Monday, and I was so negative in our episode.
Yeah, well, we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah. We opened as 7-point underdogs.
Yeah.
And everyone thought that we were going to get blown out. After that first drive, I was scared.
Yep.
And then we scored, 21, 23 unanswered points?
Yeah.
Dude, I am very, very, very proud of this team.
I am too. And I also like how Allen was extremely comfortable and none of the pressure got to him, which is what we talked about in the last episode. And it was like his big test as a pro, but that was his best game as a pro so far. So I have some stats on it too.
Yeah, go for it.
So Josh Allen against the Broncos was a 60% completion rating. He was 15 of 25 for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Against the Cowboys, he was a 79% completion rating.
That's insane.
It was 19 for 24, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. He also ran for a touchdown.
Didn't he throw a pick? Or was that against
No.
Denver?
It was against Denver. He threw a pick.
Oh, okay.
So he went from his quarterback rating of 92.9 against the Broncos to 120.7 against the Cowboys.
That's crazy.
So, and it was the same thing last year. So Josh Allen was progressively getting better as the year went along last year. And then it took him like 3-4 weeks this year to shake off rust and then settle back down and start learning again and go through his progressions and everything else. And then now he's just, every week is just blowing it away and making more plays. But it's way more intelligent play on his part, and it shows throughout because his leadership is just taking over the team.
Right.
So I love his first down play where he picked up the ball and then forced the first down to convert.
That fourth down? Yeah.
Dude,
that was crazy.
So that was cool.
How do you find a ball in that mess?
I don't know, because they always compare Josh Allen to Cam Newton based on his running abilities and everything else. But then during that play, Cam Newton, there's tape of it. Like, he would just give up if the ball was on the ground. He's like, I'm not getting after that. And
because it's a high probability of you getting injured.
Yeah, extreme. Which, you're making millions. You're in the NFL. Like, I don't blame you. Like, it's one play.
Right.
Let it go. But Josh Allen's like, nah. Like, we're here to win. Like, we have to convert here. It's fourth down. He finds the ball, picks it up, and then he steps over a defender, plants his leg, and then just drives it home. And I'm like, man, this is just like everything
awesome.
you wanted to see. Yeah. And it's just great. He doesn't care. He just wants to win. But that was his best game as a pro and the best game of the year so far. And then I also wanted to touch on McDermott, who has the third most wins, 24 wins in 3 seasons, and he's tied with Marv Levy and Nick Saban.
Really?
So Marv Levy's got 28, and then Nick Saban has just over 24.
Wow.
So McD's doing really, really well. And then he's currently at a .545 over 3 years as a coach.
Okay, cool.
So, but it's growing. We realistically have a chance at being 11 and 4, 11 and
5.
whatever the math is. Yeah, 11 and 5. So 11 wins, man. I'm happy with that. And right now, as of this point, what's the date?
December 2nd.
Yeah, just nailed it. December 2nd. I'm still in last month.
Yep, nailed it. Got it.
We have a 96% chance of making the playoffs.
So, what do you think about Lamar Jackson? Fast forwarding to this next week. We can talk about Dallas still, but what do you think about Lamar?
I think that we have an option. Not an option. That's the wrong word. We have the ability to slow him down, but I don't think we have the ability to stop him.
No.
He was recommended by all the experts and draft analysis dudes to go to the combine as a wide receiver, not as a quarterback. And then they compared, a lot of the local community compared him to Tyrod. Obviously, it's not the case. He's just a freak athlete.
Yeah.
He's already blowing numbers away from Mike Vick, and Mike Vick was a phenom when he played. And it's interesting to see how he'll handle our defense. We have a great defense, and it was the same thing with the Cowboys. The Cowboys have never seen our defense.
Yeah.
So when we came up and then we did some things that weren't on tape, and then kept confusing Dak Prescott, threw him off his game, and then got pressure on him, that was the game changer. So for Baltimore, if we can contain him, just like how the 49ers did, to a point, if you can contain Lamar to within the pocket, he's still a great quarterback. He's still going to make great plays, but your chances increase. So I think that we have to keep the outside pressure and not let him get loose. My biggest concern is that we don't have every answer when it comes to filling holes. So, and he's slippery.
Right. The good thing with that, though, is we do have... There's a couple good things with that. One, we have some really quick linebackers, which would be good to chase him down.
Yeah, Matt Milano.
Because we need somebody to have a spy on him the whole game.
Well, they will. Yeah. I mean, that's
you would
the
think
first
so,
thing.
but did you see the San Francisco game? There was the 4th and 2 or whatever, where everybody went for the handoff to Mark Ingram.
It was a
right
great
in the
fake.
gut.
It was a great fake, man.
Well, I get that, but you can't be faked by that. You have the biggest rushing quarterback in the NFL right now. How are you being faked by that where literally everybody's running there? You don't need everybody running there. You need somebody on him. And he's just blowing them away. He got more rush yards, I think, in this last week than he did pass yards.
Yeah.
He only had 105 pass yards or something stupid like that.
Yeah, well, look at the weather, too.
Well, yeah, but they still scored a ton.
Yeah, well, of course. They have a great offense.
We need Milano or somebody to just have an eye on him the entire game. Don't worry about Mark Ingram. He's not that good of a running back.
Right.
He was a backup to Alvin Kamara, which Alvin Kamara is a tank. But he was a backup to Alvin Kamara. Let all of our defensive linemen handle him.
Yeah, but
and
did
just
you
keep
see
an
how
eye
well
on
Ingram's doing
Lamar.
this year?
He is doing good. Because everyone's focusing on Lamar. If we can have one person focusing on Lamar,
Yeah, but he's catching passes out of the backfield, too.
yeah.
Which is what makes him a dual threat. It's terrifying. They're a really good, complete football team.
the good thing, too, with our team is our defense regularly practices against Allen, who is obviously not as much of a running threat, but he's still a mobile quarterback.
True.
So it's not like they're practicing regularly against Brady and then have no idea what they're getting themselves into when Lamar comes.
Yep.
They are practicing against a mobile quarterback. And the same with Josh Allen. Who's Josh? I don't know who Josh Allen is, but I know who Josh Allen is. Same thing with him. He's practicing against an elite defense every single week.
Yeah.
He's bound to get better.
Right.
People underestimate that practice in the scrimmage. They don't take it like a practice. They take it like a real game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think both between this practice, we have an extended break because we played on Thursday.
11 days.
They have a shorter break, and they got beat up by San Francisco because San Francisco did put on a game.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm worried about, honestly, is Housh money. Houshka.
That's it?
That's it.
That's the only thing
what
you're
I'm
worried about?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I think that our defense is going to do a good job containing them. They do not have a stud wide receiver. Marquise Brown has not been doing very well. Willie Snead is a nobody anymore. I mean, he's how old? 75 years old, I think. He's going to have the game of his life against us. Watch. And we have amazing cornerbacks. We have great safeties. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about Lamar Jackson and our kicking defense. And our kicking.
Right.
That's what I'm worried about. I
Right.
think Allen is going to destroy the Baltimore defense. I think it's going to be a good game. I think we have an ability to win this one.
Cheers.
Cheers to that, for
We'll
sure.
see how it goes.
Absolutely. And then we
Goodness.
have the game against New England, too, which we can win that one.
Realistically, we could win out. It's the NFL. Any given Sunday. We're just going to see how we play and how we handle it. But yeah, we got the Ravens, the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Jets. So even if we only win 2 of those games, we're still, 96%, man.
Yeah.
We're going to the playoffs.
I know. Pumped.
Yeah. We're
I just
right
want
now.
that first round bye, though, dude.
Right now, we're fighting to win the division, which
We
I don't,
won't, though. If we win out, New England has to lose 2 games, I think.
Right, and they have KC, and then
Us. And then Miami and Jets. Or Cincy or something. Miami and Cincy.
Cincy. Yeah, but I don't
So
think they're going to lose too many games.
Not those.
So
They have the ability to lose to the KC because
Yeah.
Mahomes can do whatever he needs. And
And
I
us.
think that they have the potential to lose to us.
yeah, me too.
So we could potentially win the division if we win out, which would be insane. When was the last time we won the division? 96?
I
Or
think.
2003, maybe. I don't know. One of those. We won the division, and it was like, what are we doing? It wasn't in the Super Bowl time.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics on when that was, but
Crazy stuff, man.
Extremely crazy.
You want to get to rating this?
Let's do it.
All right. So from a label and branding perspective, what do you got?
I got an A+, man. I like the story behind it. I like their label. It's simple. But it also encompasses their story with the pick, which is nice. You gotta be careful there, hot shot. This table's gonna start doing kickflips on you.
Yeah. Relax there. Freaking heel flip, kick flip. Let's not have this by the microphone. Perfect. All right. There we go. There's Cleo. She wants some whiskey also.
That's right. She's
Jesus
hi.
Christ, doing a heavy pour. So, yeah, I agree. I think this is an A+. So, for the people that do not follow our social media, we did erase the whiteboard because now we are doing round 2. Technically, it's still the same season, but we're doing round 2 because we ran out of room on this very elegant and extravagant whiteboard.
That's right.
So, now we're starting over. This is an A+. I agree with that. What about the nose?
I like it, man.
Yeah. What are you getting? I'm getting brown sugar and honey.
I'm getting the pepper.
Really, in the smell?
Yeah. You're not?
Should probably breathe away from the mic instead of breathing right into the microphone here.
I'm just super intense.
No, I'm getting a lot of brown sugar and honey in this.
This hits my nose, and I've also drank a lot of it. So
True.
Hold on. It's probably because I'm still tasting it while I'm trying to smell it.
Yeah,
I'm just too
open
intense.
that
man.
mouth, bro.
I know.
Are you gonna put some of this homogeneous, non-homogeneous leaf water in?
Yeah, I can. I gotta add a little more. Oh god, it's so good, dude.
It is. This is very good. But yeah, I'm getting a lot of brown sugar. Oh, no. Put some of that stuff in there because now as soon as I smell it, I'm smelling a lot of citrus. Wow. Interesting. That completely changed. What? That's not right.
There's so much going on, dude.
Yeah, there's so much going on. Way to make a ton of noise, too. Just kidding. I made more. But, yeah, so I think we got to write this stuff down, too. So, the label branding, A+. Nose, so I'm getting brown sugar, honey. You're getting pepper.
And cherry.
And cherry, okay. We're just covering all bases here.
That's
a very dynamic nose, man. I would give that an A++.
A++.
All right, perfect. Initial taste.
Hold on, I gotta add my homogeneous, non-homogeneous hemlock leaf lock water.
Remember the first time and I just completely botched that? I'm like, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm just going to throw up words and hopefully it sticks.
Now it's episode 10 and we're still doing it?
Yeah, we still don't know what it is.
It changes a lot with that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Wow. So initial taste, what do you think?
I'm getting a lot of citrus. A+ check mark.
A+ check mark, okay. Ending notes. That's crazy that I did not taste or smell the citrus at all.
No.
Before that.
Yeah, it's separated.
As soon as I
really
put that in, yeah, it just brought it all up.
Wow.
So ending notes, I would probably say A+++. I like the ending notes a lot to this.
Do you?
It has a ton of flavors to me. I don't know why I always do this hand motion when I'm talking about the ending notes. Because I'm thinking that it's patting my tongue.
I'm giving it an A++ check mark. So that's either or. A+++ or ++ check mark.
You can do both, man.
We can do both.
Yeah, we did that for the 1 foot cock, which we got to try. We got a new 1 foot cock bottle.
We do. We have a new product.
Pumped,
So many
dude.
products.
Yeah, I know, really.
So for final rating. Oh, hold on. Ending note. What are we tasting?
I'm tasting the citrus for the ending note.
Same.
With some
Same.
pepper.
Yep.
I'm tasting citrus and pepper.
Yep.
I like this one a lot.
Me too.
This one is, I don't know if we've had, it's probably the rye, to be honest, but I don't know if we've had a whiskey that had this high of a pepper yet.
No.
But again, it's probably the rye, because the rye adds a little bit of the pepper.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. All right, so pepper, citrus. All right, final rating.
Ready?
I don't know, man. I'm actually torn. Now we don't have anything to reference because we erased the damn whiteboard. We shouldn't have erased it, man.
I know where I'm at on this.
What?
I know where I'm at on this.
Are you? Mm-hmm. All right. 1, 2, 3. 95.5.
Damn.
So 94.75.
This is your
that's
favorite
it.
one so far.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
All right, so
95.7 or 94.75. That's where we're at, boys.
hold on, I'm doing the math correctly here.
Yeah, because we don't want another mess up.
94.75.
That's it.
Glad you were right.
I really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, me too. I love this whiskey.
Yeah.
This is a great gift.
Yeah.
And it's a really good price point too.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you remember what it was listed at? I know it was below 50.
I just know it's below 50. Yeah. And for what this is, it's ridiculous.
This is we did that episode last week, so we can talk about the differences. The last week episode with Cask and Crew, completely different whiskey than what this is.
Yes.
They're a similar company by taking in the whiskey. Mm-hmm. I think that they take theirs in from Indiana, Tennessee, and Kentucky, I'm pretty sure. So they do three Chord Bourbon. Mm-hmm. Get it? Three Chord. How many times can I say 3 Chord? But they 3 Chord, three Chord. They do a similar process as what Cask and Crew did.
Right.
But they went for a more traditional, mature. I don't want to say mature because it makes the counter of that is immature.
Yeah, but they're aiming for they're aiming for a separate demographic than Cask and Crew. Both are really good products.
Yeah, absolutely. And both are very good gifts if you know who you're buying for.
Yes.
If you're buying for somebody that is a traditional whiskey drinker, you can get them this, or you can get them the Cask and Crew that we haven't reviewed yet.
Yes.
If you're getting for somebody that enjoys occasional whiskey, isn't like a put hair in your chest type of person, then that Cask and Crew Walnut Toffee or any of the other Cask and Crews would work too.
Yep.
But this one, it hits you. We're not sugarcoating it. It hits you good. It's like an actual whiskey. It hugs you right in the middle.
Yep.
I think this was his middle one because that's where I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it right in the middle.
Yeah.
And this is just a great whiskey.
It is. I like it.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. All right, Mike, what else? What else you got going on? What's going on for this week?
We got Christmas Spirits on, well, it would be tonight based on when this gets released.
Yeah. Or Wednesday, December 4th.
Yeah.
So it happened already.
Yeah.
Depending on if this is a clip or not.
Depending on if this is the clip or not.
Yeah.
We got the power.
We do have the power.
So, yeah.
No, dude, the editing guy upstairs, he's going to have to make sure.
Love it.
But yeah, we got Christmas Spirits coming up. Or it just happened. We're very excited. If you didn't go,
it was a great event.
Look out for next year. It was a fantastic event. We're so happy with all the publicity it gave us. I mean, we just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
No, but really, it will be a great event. And if you missed out on this year, make sure you're in the know. Go like Ellicott Development's Facebook page because they're probably going to be doing more of this. I mean, this is the Christmas event, but they might do a spring event. They might do a summer event, depending on how well this goes.
Yeah, if not, there's all the distilleries that are going to be there that are going to be represented. Follow them as well because then you can get in on the events that they're all having because they host crazy events throughout the year, which is really cool. And it's just more stuff to do in Buffalo because there's always people complaining that there's nothing to do in Buffalo. Yeah. And it's you're nuts. Yeah. So also going on that point too, thanks for reminding me. The Buffalo Distilling, I went there to go pick up the new bottle that they have. So they just released an awesome bottle that we're going to have relatively soon. I think next week we're going to do the bourbon cream from Black Button. Yeah, we have to. Because I want to get that done before the holidays. Because that's a perfect holiday drink. What? Or do that Saturday morning. You want to record Saturday morning? We could. Okay, that works. Okay. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. All right. But yeah, so I want to do that one next because I want that to be released before Christmas. Mm-hmm. But Buffalo Distilling just released an awesome whiskey that they just did. It is a homage to the, or homage, whatever you pronounce it. How do you pronounce it? Homage or homage? Homage. Yeah. Whatever. It's a recall to their older distillery. So there was a distillery once back in 1860s, I believe it was, called the Buffalo Distilling Company by a guy named Gustav Fleischmann. And he was the brother of the Fleischmann's Yeast Company. So if you know what Fleischmann's Yeast is, he was a brother to that. Yeast, and not Weast. Yeah, yeast. I don't know. You said Weast. Sounded like Bernie Sanders a little bit. But so he created his own whiskey. This is the label is similar to what they used back then. It's an awesome product. But anyway, when I was there, I was talking to him about this event that we want to do in February or January. Yeah. Of the Buffalo Happy Hour. Mm-hmm. So let us know if you want to attend that because we want to get a group going so it can actually be like a fun event at Buffalo Distilling because they've been awesome to us. We want to help them
by bringing people there to experience our products. And we also want to just have a fun event with everybody that we know and supports our podcast. So let us know if that's something you'd be interested in, because we would really like to have that event.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Absolutely. So go like all of our stuff. We're on Facebook, Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter. We have not been publicizing that we're on Twitter. We have like 2 followers. But we're on Twitter, and we post on there pretty regularly now because we want to grow that platform a little bit.
Yeah.
So again, the Buffalo Happy HR it is, because Twitter has a character length for the @ name. But we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at the Buffalo Happy Hour 12. YouTube, go subscribe to us so you do not miss any of these videos. When we do this December Spirits event, we're going to be releasing clips of it on our YouTube channel. So make sure you go subscribe to us on there so you don't miss any of these events. We're going to have some awesome products coming up, some awesome distilleries coming up. 3 Chord today. We're going to be doing the bourbon cream. We're going to be doing Hartman's, which is new, which is going to be awesome.
Yep.
And it's going to be a great time. So go subscribe to us on YouTube, leave a like and a comment, and let us know how we did. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're just everywhere, man.
I know.
We're already 10 episodes in. That's 2.5 months. Dude, and we have so many more.
So many more.
This is so sustainable.
Yeah, we're getting messages from people that are asking us when we're going to come out and try their products.
Yeah.
So yeah, follow us. Thanks for being along on the journey so far, and
Absolutely.
Cheers to many more, and go Bills.
And this has been episode 10 of the Buffalo Happy Hour, Mike.
Boom.
Cheers. We're out.